with the technicalities and then with the pure athleticism. You guys both bring that to the plate, but from a leadership stance, how do you really put the season in perspective and really motivate your team to show up and give it their all, because you never know when it's your last game, senior year around the corner. You guys know how that feels, right? So what does that leadership style really look like?
When you're a goalie at the back, like you're super important, like your leadership position, because you can see everything. You're not like running around with it right now, so you're not as out of breath. So it is very important to be a communicator. Like that's something Erin and I both worked a lot on over the last few years. We used to get grilled like every day by the coaches. Like, you guys need to be louder, you need to be more direct. So that's something that we've both worked on a lot. And again, like Erin's like a really good like upfront leader, like in like a group setting. Like I like to like talk more like one-on-one with other people. Like that's kind of like my style. And even as well with our different backgrounds, like I'm from New Zealand, so like we kind of have like just like a different style there, which like I kind of like take on board. Like it's very like kind of like direct and like very relaxed, like chill, I guess. So that's kind of like what I'm like.
I'm loving this. Everybody needs an Erin and Julia like this. You guys need to stay connected for life, because you're going to keep, just making each other better. Seriously, stay connected. But you mentioned backgrounds, Julia. You're from New Zealand, right? So growing up, entering the sport of field hockey and getting set on your path in that realm probably looked a lot different. Julia, do you want to start just kind of giving your background? Senior season, you've reflected on it. So I want to hear about it. Yeah, how did you get started?
I always think it's like interesting to hear, because we have like a lot of internationals on our team, and like everyone has like very different like experiences and pathways. Like in New Zealand, we just call field hockey hockey. That's what hockey is. And it's also like, it's like a gender neutral sport. It's like half guys, half girls. So it's like, that's a different world. My parents actually both met playing field hockey.
Stop it.
Yeah, they played for like social teams, but that's how they met. But it's like a very small community there. Like almost all my trainings and games, I'm at the same turfs, and it's like one big turf, but there's like 3 of them together. So like everyone's always there. There's like older, like we don't have college sports, so like everything's like clubs and like schools. So like there'll be people in their 50s playing there, and they'll be playing with like 13-year-olds. So there's a lot of Kiwi athletes who come over and do it, which is nice, because I have a lot of connections and people who experience like the same things as me, because it's kind of weird like moving to like a completely different world, and sometimes I just feel like I'm like an alien, like because it feels, it's very different sporting world here, so it takes a bit of adjustment.
And I'm so glad that you did take that leap of faith to come over and give field hockey a shot and just continue forward with that, especially the history that you have with your family. I mean, you came out of the womb playing field hockey practically, like day one. Let's hit the field.
Absolutely, yeah. And I've had like so many like awesome opportunities. Yeah, like they give us so much with like all the like traveling. We get all the gear and take so many photos. Like that's crazy. It's awesome. So yeah, really thankful for that.
Oh gosh, such a cool experience. I wish I could be in your shoes just for one day to really feel how that experience goes. But yeah, so unique. Thanks for sharing, Julia. And honestly, Erin, so your story is probably a lot different.
Yeah.
So what went into you being on the team here with Northeastern, in the goalie uniform?
Yeah, like I said, I played 3 sports, or I've been pretty much playing sports, whatever it was, whatever involved the ball, anything. I just picked it up and we kind of go with it. But in middle school, we didn't even have like middle school teams. It was more so like the town leagues. But 8th grade, you could try out for like the JV field hockey team for the high school. So it was the first sport you could play as a middle schooler. So I was like, sign me up. And also my sister was involved, so that motivated me a little bit. And so actually 8th grade, I played defense, but then freshman year, the goalie didn't come back for the JV team. And I wasn't the best runner. I wasn't really into running around that time. And I also wasn't in love with the skirts that we had to wear. I'm more of a shorts girl. So I just kind of, picked it up, and I was playing lacrosse goalie for a little bit, so it kind of translated pretty well. I didn't commit till like halfway through my senior year of high school, so I was a very last minute walk-on addition. And to this day, I'm just so beyond thankful and grateful for the opportunities I've had here. But yeah, it was very, very unlike any other recruiting story. But in the end, I'm here. I'm thankful. I'm thankful Julia obviously made her decision as well. And we've really just grown together throughout the past 5 years. So it's been awesome.
Thanks,
Life is crazy. Like, who would have thought that the two of you would be connected, right? 4, 5, 6 years ago. The coolest part is you would have never seen this coming. So I hope you know how special it is. And this dynamic duo, really, it's fun. I find it fascinating. And I'm excited to see you go to work. Okay. So we're all going to be headed to Newark, Delaware, 2021 CAA Field Hockey Championships. Let's go. So where are you guys mentally, physically right now? What does that preparation stage look like?
Yeah, I think honestly, it's been a whole season long thing. It's not really what we're doing in crunch time this week preparing. We're kind of just staying consistent with what we have been doing, what's been bringing us success. Mentally, we're feeling great. Like I said, we're kind of already convincing ourselves that like we're ready to win. We're showing up to play, and not just play, but like I said, to win. So we're feeling good.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to build off everything we've done this semester. We've had like a good few games recently, so trying to like build up all the like good stuff and learn from some of like the mistakes we made in the past, so that we really go into these games and we're like supporting one another as much as we can and really hyping ourselves up, because you know it's a team sport and we have to like all work together at the end of the day, like whether you're like on the field or on the bench, like everyone's like so important.
Everybody plays a role. That is so right. Well, I'm excited to see the both of you continue to carry that momentum into this tournament, and best of luck. And I'll definitely give you guys a wave when I see you out there on the field. But I'm so pumped. You guys have such a special relationship, and I know that's going to be on display in this tournament in this upcoming week. So really good luck, ladies, and congrats on finishing your senior regular season. Can you believe it?
Thank you.